What's up, guys? Today we got a question from our buddy Ben Sassi. He says that he's living in the sea of mediocrity here in Serbia, but he ain't no lukewarm bitch. I'm gonna explain to you what I mean. He says that he's about to end his studies in university with a degree in archaeology. Now, he knows that he probably won't be able to find work in archaeology, but it really doesn't matter because he has lots of interests. In fact, he becomes obsessed with different ideas. He can work his way around archery, smithing, he plays the guitar, musical theory, martial arts, philosophy. He just finds veins of interest and he dives deep into it. And he says that from time to time, he'll be fully immersed, so much so that he can't even sleep when he's diving into waters that are exciting to him. And then one day, something else will come along. He'll change his interest and just dive deep into these waters, and he might spend months of studying and gaining experience in a particular direction, and he just absorbs, but picks up and then goes somewhere else. Now, what he's kind of referring to is the fact that he perhaps won't achieve mastery in any particular direction because he's so attention deficit in that way. It's kind of a genius, but also his tendencies don't match up with what the system has conditioned us to be, which is very good cogs in a system. And a very good cog in a system is one that is predictable. You are a bang, and there you go, off to the races, right? That no longer works because the Industrial Revolution has crumbled. Our economy is changing in so many different ways. Cogs in systems are useless now. Even if you have a $500,000 education, you're a cog in a fucking system. People who are creative, agile, thinking, sensitive, those are the ones that are going to make this way, make our way in the future. And you, my friend, are blessed with this entrepreneurial ADD. I'll tell you what I mean. So again, he wants to know, how am I gonna go about life if I can't become a good cog? Because I'm too unpredictable with the things that I love. Well, what I'm going to invite you to do is to add two more things to your list of interests. And before I go in that route or share those things with you, don't stop feeling guilty about your plethora of interests. Stop feeling guilty about choosing something to fall in love with and then retracting your love and then falling in love with something else. Because each one of these veins of interest are adding to you. When you spend 6 months studying musical theory, and then you go into playing the guitar, you're that much better of a guitar player because of the musical theory. And it can be things as broad as going from archery to philosophy. In fact, I listened to a fantastic philosophy book that was based on the art of archery. And the reason why it serves you so well to allow yourself to be seduced and fall in love with these different veins of interest is because we live in the age of the remix. Meaning there's not too much new stuff coming about, not to say that there won't be, but a lot of what now tickles us are the blending or the fusion of things. Do you understand? We're coming from a place of reductionism to expansion. We're going to begin expanding in our consciousness again. It's happening already. And a part of expansion is the ability to see the big picture and how things like archery and philosophy are actually one thing, right? We're beginning to see the oneness. We're beginning to experience the oneness of humanity on Earth, just the internet itself. You live in Serbia. I'm sweating my ass off in Florida, and you will watch this tonight. I'm making this morning, you will watch it tonight. Do you see? It's crazy. In fact, if I wanted to upload it now, you'd watch this 5 minutes after I make it. So we're really getting smaller, we're really condensing, we're really getting more intertwined. We are remixing our consciousness. Do you understand? And you, my friend, are a sponge for soaking up different forms of understanding and knowledge. My friend, you are well suited for the future. Two things you need to add to that list of things that you fall in love with, and you have to force yourself to fall in love with these two things because it's the only way that you are going to serve others with the information that you're collecting, the experiences you're collecting, and it's the only way you're going to serve yourself because you're going to be a valuable tool to the future, and you had better know how to serve yourself so that you are not sucked dry and then grow resentful of blessing people with your gifts. I hope you understand what I mean. You need to get paid, brother. Okay? The more of a service you are to others, the more you need to grow your own resources so that you can serve more. And it's this big exchange of energy. You give energy, and then energy comes back to you. But you've got to open up lines of communication. You've got to open up lines of energy to allow the energy to come back into you. The more people you serve with your brilliance, the more you will be served. And the more you are served, the more money you have, the more resources you have, the more experiences you have because of what comes back to you, the bigger and more you'll be able to serve. This is the story of my life. But you've got to study these two things that I'm going to share with you right now. Let me get right into it. Number one, my friend, you need to become obsessed with marketing. Don't feel guilty about studying marketing, because that's one of those lies that the world has conditioned us in order to keep us sick, sad, depressed, down, lowly, and fucking humble. Their humble means shut the fuck up and don't make too much noise. You're disturbing the peace. Buddy, you gotta learn marketing so that you can pick up your blowhorn and tell everyone just how fucking awesome you are. They need to know how awesome you are. They need your bits of information, because you're gonna make them awesome through your awesomeness, and they're going to make other people awesome. And that's how the world becomes a more awesome place. There are going to be those who don't like you because you've got a big mouth and you say the things that you want and you know and receive money, resources, energy back. I'm greedy for resources to come in my direction, because as it nourishes me, I grow in my expansive capacity, my strength, so that I could serve more. And my mind just spreads that way. You need to get into the same vein of interest. First place to begin is with Dan Kennedy. He is my marketing guru. And when I say marketing, it's simply, marketing goes beyond, far beyond just getting your message out and getting your ideas out and serving people with your, it goes into how you structure your business, how you actually structure your lifestyle, how you serve people at different levels, depending on where they are and how they want to be served. And Dan Kennedy has just done a tremendous job in feeding my consciousness. That was a vein of interest. He's got lots of books. Study that guy. The other one, dude, because, you know, studying marketing, building your business, serving others, and doing all that stuff is really fucking cool, but you can't do it yourself. And this is a big one. This is a huge one because, and I say so because it's one that I've been challenged with, and I'm working on. And making great strides in. And that is team building. I don't want to say management, because then you'll go to a management school and going to teach you a bunch of shit you don't need to know. You need to understand leadership and team building, because you are going to need a team of people to help you with all that fucking ADD. You love a lot of things, but you can't stay in love with a lot of things, right? I know, because I'm the same way. Say this week you fall in love with canning or pickling vegetables, right? I don't know, whatever. You just become obsessed with pickling vegetables, and you delve into that stream of interest. You know everything about it. You can really do a great job at it. Now what you're going to need to do is create means by which you share that information with people. Products. And if you sell products and you sell services, you're going to need customer service. You're going to need people who can put together the products, people who can edit your videos, people who can edit your writing, people who can build your websites, people who can make your graphics, people who can manage your money. You need an accountant. You need a lawyer, because someone's going to want to sue you when their canned vegetables get botulism and the person gets sick. Do you see? So you've got to learn how to be a leader or a team builder, know how to, and really this is your kingly quality. You understand? Right now you're a dabbling magician, if you understand my language. And you're doing a great job at it. Become a magician about marketing and business building in this particular way through Dan Kennedy. And then become a king who blesses the people who have blessed him, and manage the realm by putting people in positions that allow them to fully express themselves while serving the kingdom that you have built. Do you understand? You're allowed to be a leader. You're allowed to be a king. But it is always in service of the other, your court and your kingdom, the people who support you. Done.